Hey, this is a quick little video for any of you having problems with your Blackstar ID Core 10. Went to turn mine on the other day and I got nothing. Now, this isn't related to the update issues some people are having. I didn't do any updates on it. I just was playing it one day, shut it off, came back a couple days later, went to turn it on and got nothing. So, after reading some posts online, some forums, guys mentioned problems with the power supplies. So, if you don't know, the little power supplies go from AC voltage to DC voltage. Here's the back of it, where it plugs into the amp, or the part that plugs into the amp. On the power supply itself, it's got a little blue light that shines. See if I can get that to turn around. So, a little blue light shining, and from what some people were saying, that light shines and yet they're not getting proper power out of it. Well, the simple thing to do is grab yourself a voltmeter, set it to DC voltage, and check your voltage. It's going to read around about 10 volts. Now, I know on the back of the amp it says that you're only to have a power supply capable of like 6 volts, but this is the actual Blackstar power supply and it comes in at 10 volts. And I did some reading, and they say that's actually within the operating range of the amplifier, so no problem there. So anyways, I had 10 volts, so I was able to rule that out. Next thing I did was went up to the top of the amp, and on top here, underneath the control panel, there's a fuse. Well, there's 6 screws that are in it. Of course, I've got the screws out right now, but take out the 6 screws, and then you've got access to everything underneath. And you'll see right here, right here is your little fuse. Well, kind of hard to see what it's like, but anyways, pop that fuse out and hold it up to the light, and you can see whether it's good or bad. Mine was good, so that ruled out that problem. Well, next thing I thought of was, well, what about the off-on switch itself? And voila, wouldn't you know it, for whatever reason, who knows why, this little off and on switch had gone bad. So, switch it as many times as you want, beat on the amp, whatever, it wasn't going to turn back on. Now, the way I found that out, unplug your amplifier, but then take your test meter again, set it to continuity. Now I've done a little modification on the switch so I can bypass it for now. But on the back of the switch, you see the 2 terminals. Set your meter to continuity, and then touch one lead to that terminal and one lead to that terminal. And then turn the switch on, or off and on, you know. Just switch it back and forth, and you should get a reading on your meter. I don't know what exact number you'll read, but if it reads any number other than infinity, then you've got continuity. If you get even if it reads 0, you still got continuity. But if you get no reading at all, or if it says infinity or something like that, then you've got no continuity through there and you've got a bad switch. So until I get the switch replaced, I just decided to go ahead and bring that wire over to this terminal and join them together so it's permanently on, bypassing the switch. And so I'll just unplug it and plug it in when I want to turn it off and on for now until I get a new switch. That's a pretty common looking switch, and I'll bet you I can find one on eBay for $5 or $10. So In fact, there's some numbers on there that I can't read. I don't know if I can possibly get into that close enough that you can read them. Looks like a 15 amp switch. Trying to see this through my screen on my phone, but anyways, maybe you can read it. I can't. I'll figure it out. But that's the switch you need if the problem turns out to be the switch. So hopefully this helps a lot of you that are struggling with trying to find that unsolvable problem. Good luck.